Hello, and thank you for joining me in our first presentation or lecture. I am really excited as I talk about the principles of marketing for ABM specialized subject. By the way, my name is Pink Heroes Liga, and I'll be your subject teacher for the subject Principles of Marketing. I would really love to talk about marketing, which is the subject of all the business. I think it is really interesting because you can be creative. And in marketing, it allows you to think outside of the box and it allows you to do some researches where you have to see what the people's behavior are. And you can be innovative in marketing. So let's go on. The first lesson that I'll be discussing is about marketing and its traditional approaches. And before we go with the topic or the discussion proper, let me discuss to you the objectives. After going through this lesson, the learner should be able to define and understand marketing, illustrate the utility concept of marketing, identify the characteristics of a marketing organization, and describe the traditional approach to marketing. Let's watch this video.
Manong!
Ay, iho, ba't ganyan botones mo? Hinahayaan ka lang ba ng mama mong pumasok ng ganyan? Asan yung nanay mo?
Ay! Ano ba yan? Sino po nag-aasikaso sa'yo? Hindi mo kasama nanay mo?
Sorry po.
O tingnan mo, mag-isa na naman. Kawawa naman.
Wala ka bang nanay?
Lapu-lapu!
Mikey, anak, gising na. Ligo na ha. Ready na ang breakfast and milk mo. Mauna na si Mama. Manong, si Mikey palabas na. 2:00 ang uwi ah.
Nak, bukas baka hindi kita mahatid.
Okay lang, ma. Ako pa.
O nak, practice nga para perfect.
Ako, si Lapu-Lapu.
Hello?
Sige.
Mikey, anak. May emergency shift sa hospital. Sorry, anak ah. Wala na naman si Mama.
Ma, sa mata nila, nagkulang ka. Pero sa mata ko, panalong panalo ka.
So after watching the advertisement, are you familiar with the video? Alright, I know many of you have seen this on the television. And have you encountered the same difficulties as a student? Was there a time in your life that you have an school activity but your parents are not there? What is the moral lesson of the advertisement? How did the video appeal to each consumer? Find what is marketing in your own terms. Anyone have an idea? Awesome. All of the information that you have given is true to marketing. So the goal of marketing should not be confined to just making sales, but it should be about satisfying customer needs and wants. According to Feed the or Live It, the ultimate purpose of a business is to find and keep customers. Marketing plays an important role in achieving this purpose. So, what is marketing? Is it just about sales? So, marketing is related to sales, but not all the time, is what I have mentioned. So, marketing includes activities such as sales promotion, distribution, advertising, social media, and pricing. And lastly, we have public relations. The cumulative function of marketing is to communicate, deliver, create value to the consumers. And most of companies spend enormous amount of time, money, and resources examining the everyday life of consumers. But companies should not only focus on the consumers, but companies must take into consideration their employees, stakeholders, and human society. Why is it important? It's because these people are the ones that make an impactful source of information for the marketing. So let's define marketing. Marketing, according to the American Association, defines as the activity, set of instructions and process for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offering that have creation, communication, and the delivery of value to consumers or customers. So as a student, you will surely love marketing like I do because it is really interesting. You will get to understand and figure out why people buy and act the way they do, and later on influence and persuade people to buy your product. Just like, for example, if you have watched advertisement, you will see that there is a new coffee in the end. It is from BTS. Would you like to buy the product? Of course, some of you will buy the product. It's because of BTS. Okay, so you will be persuaded by the product. It's because your idol is the one promoting it. So we're going to discuss utility concept of marketing. Utility is the measure of worth, usefulness, value, or it could be a measure of one's happiness. So product development offers new or different products to consumers, influences consumers' value equation, and positive value indicates product has utility. What is added to a product to make it valuable in the market? In terms, or we can define utility as the term used for benefit that consumers derive from acquiring and using a particular good or service. So what are the utility marketing that you have used today? Can you name some? Okay, so probably this morning you have eaten your breakfast. You have eaten cereal. You have drunk your milk. So these are just a form of good utility. And we also have the service utility. which is you went to the supermarket, right? And you took a service of the jeepney or the jeepney driver. So that's a service utility. So we're going to discuss about value. So value is very important in marketing. It's because value is perceived by different people. Value could be appealing to you. Example of this car. This could be appealing to some, but for me, I may not buy it. It's because I'm I'm looking for a different kind of car. Value is what consumers get for what they give up. So let's say, for example, we have here a picture of the car on the left and the car on the right. Just like this car, you give up your money to get the luxury car you need. Value is not the same for all people. The car on the left may cost around $150,000, which is a different value than the car on the right, which might be around $50,000. The value lies on the eye of the beholder. How many of you want to have a car on the left or the car on the right? But in terms of having to purchase the car, how many of you have the money to pay for it? I don't have the money to pay for it. But it could be that some of your parents can afford to buy the car on the right or buy the car on the left. How many jobs do you need to get the car on the left? So, as a marketer, you would need to have a target market where you have a group of people that when you will sell the product, they are willing to purchase it. Do we understand now what is value? All right, good job. Now let's proceed. We have 4 utility concepts of marketing. So we have the form, place, time, and possession. Form utility refers to the conversion of raw materials into products that suit preferences of consumers so that they do not have to create their desired product themselves. So this is just precisely changing raw materials and putting them together to make them more useful. Example, you wanted to have a dress. You can just buy a zipper, a buttons, or a cloth. You have to put them together so you can use it. So form utility is making a product better. Let's have an example. iPhone has better camera and the Apple Watch is waterproof. It has special features that add value to the product. So this is form utility. Nowadays, you don't have to carry your MP4 or you don't have to carry a radio, you don't have to carry your camera just to listen to music or take photos. Another is we have the place utility. Place utility refers to the availability of the product or service at accessible locations. For example, online shopping gives consumers the convenience to shop and receive their purchase at the comfort of their houses. And another one is we have the first picture, which is high-end stores are located near other high-end stores such as Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and a lot more. And we also have your vendors and food trucks increase convenience. So how many of you have purchased recently on the Shopee Payday? How much was the worth of products you purchased online? So online shopping includes Lazada, Amazon, and retail website is an example of place utility. Time utility refers to the satisfaction derived by customers in availing of product or services on time. So we have an example of 24 hours convenience stores. We also have like coffee shops that are open 24 hours. So time utility, for example, as well as Example, in restaurants, promise prompt delivery, sometimes guarantee of giving orders free of charge if they are delivered late. Lastly, we're going to discuss about possession. Possession utility refers to ensuring that customers have full possession of the products or services at the right time. For examples, marketers facilitate fast payment processing and delivery in purchasing items. So nowadays, if we wanted to purchase items, we can just pay through GCash or PayMaya. So if you wanted to book your online appointment through PFA, you would need to pay through PayMaya, and you may also use your credit card or your debit card. You may also use your check for payments, or you may use a cash. This time we're going to discuss the 6 C's of marketing. So the 6 C's of marketing includes consumer content, company capabilities, communication, competition, cross-functional content, and community content. So when we say consumer content, any organization that employs marketing should keep customer informed about what they offer and should always be in constant contact with them. Marketers should be updated on their customers' behavior, values, interests, and other factors that influence their purchases. A consumer-oriented firm works towards satisfying customers' needs before creating products or offering services. So this is very important. It's because every consumer have different buying behaviors. For example, what are the buying behaviors of the students? So do you always buy a new phone if there is a new iPhone in the market? Of course not. So these are the things that we have to consider. Another one is company capabilities. To be on a par with competitors, marketing organizations need to strengthen their capabilities and operations to develop and produce goods that will meet customer needs. So examples is, what are the strengths of your company? Okay, will you be able to deliver the products on time if you're making a certain product? Will this satisfy the consumer needs or wants? So another one is communication. A marketing organization must have a positive, long-lasting relationship with its customers. A negative brand image results in low sales. So just like, for example, if there is a negative feedback of a certain product, let's say, for example, they found out that in one of the milk products there is a melanin content in it. So this would create a negative impact to consumers taking the milk. It's because they're not going to purchase it because of the melanin content, that it can destroy your body. Another one is we have competition. The real challenge for any organization is to face its strongest competitor head on. It should know the competitor's strengths, weakness, and determine the best way to respond. So for the competition, we would need to formulate the SWOT matrix. You would be able to identify your own strengths, weaknesses, and what are the opportunities and threats outside of your market, which are your competitors. Cross-functional contact is a marketing organization cannot work alone without the support and assistance of other departments. So for instance, an effective and creative advertising team cannot assure good sales without an equally reliable and dependable sales force. So a company cannot just operate its own marketing organization. A marketing organization would need the finance or the accounting so that there will be funds for their product or marketing research. Another one is community content. A marketing organization is updated with local, international, and community news. So for example, you have to check what are the latest trends right now. So remember last year that there are an, an amount of milk tea products that is selling in the market, and what are the trends now. Lastly is we're going to discuss about the three traditional approaches in marketing. So there are three traditional approaches to marketing, which is the first one is production. Production concept starts with the production process and ensures that a firm produces high quality goods. Then the next task is to find people who will buy the products. The philosophy of this approach is that consumers favor companies that produce high quality and affordable goods. So it is necessary to maintain efficiency in production and distribution. Another one is the product. In this approach, it is believed that a product should be of high quality, of excellent performance, and with innovative features. Manufacturers who use this approach emphasize the importance of innovation as the key to business sectors. Creating value for customers by producing goods and services. So, do you have any idea what's the difference between goods and services? Alright, when we say goods, these are something tangible, something you can touch, or just like the fruits on the picture in your cell phone, or any products that you can touch, such as your bags, your bed, your tables. And then services is something intangible. So when we say intangible, we're gonna touch it, just like the services that we get from saloon. In this approach, it is believed that a product should be of high quality and excellent performance, and with innovative features. So nowadays, you can try different services. Example, if you wanted to have your car washed, so you may go to the car wash center because they offer car wash services. In the end, they may use different types of machineries to make the job faster. Sales. High quality products and services continued to be provided, but companies had difficulties selling them to customers. Buyers were unwilling to purchase goods and avail of services that they thought was not essential, especially when companies were not exerting extra effort to promote or inform them about what they were selling. This convinced companies to employ a sales force to persuade customers to buy. And this is what we call the personal selling. Personal selling became the name of the game. Let's say, for example, you went into a car center and then they are offering cars. You just wanted to check the car and you don't have the intention to buy for it. So now the salesman will introduce about the product, what are the benefits of the product, and then the sales force have to entice the consumer or the customer to purchase the goods and the services that they have. So let's have a recap of what we have discussed. So in your own terms, what is marketing? Great. Marketing is the activity of institution and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. And what are the 6 C's of marketing? Alright, so we have consumer content, company capabilities, communication, competition, cross-functional contact, and community content. And lastly, we have the 3 traditional approaches in marketing, which are excellent. We have the production concept, product concept, and then the sales concept. So thank you very much for listening to my topic, and I'm looking forward for you in the next lesson. Thank you and have a great day. Again, this is Teacher Pinky saying take care, keep safe, and wear your mask.